Hey guys, welcome to Sports Plus Passion. New year, new me, new hairstyle. Hope you guys like it. If not, oh well. But thank you for tuning in anyways. First things first, please remember to subscribe. Also, if you haven't, check out sportsaldente.com. Shameless plug. I am currently writing for them and also doing a podcast with California native Leslie Torres. So make sure you go to sportsaldente.com. Again, that podcast is called West Coast Mix and Bounce. It is also available on iTunes and Spotify. Thank you for listening to my shameless plug. Let's hop into topic number one. Can you guess what I'm gonna talk about first? Super Bowl 53. Hello again, sportsaldente.com. I write for them, and in the beginning of the season I was covering the Rams and I did a few pieces on them. I did a lot of research, so now I'm a little biased, but I'm also super excited to see them go to the Super Bowl. I made a few predictions of how well they were going to do this season. The Super Bowl was definitely in sight, but that doesn't leave me any less shocked than I am now to actually see them do it and go the full route and hopefully bring back that trophy. Let's break it down real quick. You have the Rams versus the Patriots, also known as the newest of the new versus the oldest of the old. Tom Brady, who is the oldest starting quarterback, versus Jared Goff, who is relatively young and still progressing in his game, but he looks amazing this season, definitely. And then you have the coaches. Team staff are about half each other's age and playing in different generational functions. Bill Belichick, who is the most tenured coach in the league, and he has been to the Super Bowl numerous times, and with the Patriots, this is their 9th time being seen in the Super Bowl. They did play the Patriots actually in a Super Bowl, Super Bowl 36. Now obviously that was a long time ago, so these teams are almost completely different, even though Tom Brady was in that Super Bowl as well, and they did win. Let's talk about advantages and disadvantages for each team. The Rams are up 2.5 points in advantage to win. And honestly, yes, I'm a little biased, but looking at the team playing against an older team, they do have an advantage because they have special teams who are known for trick plays. You never really know what they're going to do, what they're going to whip out. Versus the Saints, if you haven't seen the highlights, please go check them out because the punter, Johnny Kecker, actually made a pass for a first down that basically set the momentum for the rest of the game for the Rams. And then you have their kicker who made a 48-yarder and a 57-yarder, which ultimately led to them winning the game. Obviously, there were some controversial calls, but at the end of the day, the Rams did make it hard for the Saints. So they're definitely gonna make it hard for the Patriots because they play different. If you look at the NFL now, it's a lot of offensive tactics versus defense. Defense is obviously still very important, but I'm talking about the long ball, yardages, focusing on wide receivers, not so much focusing on keeping the ball on the ground and running it. The Rams have the advantage of having Todd Gurley and CJ Anderson, who are both amazing running backs. Now Todd Gurley has been up and down this season, so it's going to be interesting to see how they maneuver him. Sean McVay is definitely saying that they're going to use him and he's going to be an important part of the Super Bowl and hopefully a Super Bowl win. But if he is not up to par, then they're definitely going to take advantage of Anderson, who is not too much a red zone kind of guy, but he definitely can move the cones. Don't forget about the wide receivers. I mean, how can you? You have Brandon Cooks and you have Robert Woods, who combined 1,000+ yards for the season. So the Patriots are definitely going to have to watch out for them. But most importantly, Jared Goff is going to have to lay off interceptions. He cannot throw an interception if they want to win this game. In 3 of their losses, Jared Goff and the team has had either 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 turnovers / interceptions. As long as Jared Goff does not freak out, keeps his cool, he can definitely not throw an interception. But the Patriots are obviously going to make it hard for him anyways, regardless, because they are the Patriots. Patriots advantages and disadvantages. First advantage, they're the Patriots. Second advantage, they have just what it takes to win a Super Bowl. Regardless, it's really going to be more on the Rams to make it difficult for them. But in retrospect, the Patriots are 11-0 if they have somebody, at least one player, have 100+ yards. In the game versus the Chiefs, they had Sony Mitchell, who had 113 yards and 2 touchdowns. You have somebody like James White, who is definitely a cone mover, may not see the touchdown zone too much, but he can definitely move the cones. I am extremely excited to see this Super Bowl. Like I said, I'm biased, but the Rams definitely do have quite the amount of potential to win this. Let me know who you think is going to win. Drop it in the comments, and remember, again, subscribe. Jumping into topic number 2, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis recently requested a trade, which threw the NBA world up in arms, literally, legally and player-wise. Most people knew that Anthony Davis wanted to leave. He can become a free agent and freely go wherever he wants to July 2020, but he has made it apparent that he does not want to stay there for the remainder of his contract, even though the Pelicans released a statement saying that they are asking the NBA to enforce the tampering rule, saying that they will make a move when they want to, which is respectfully their right. Earlier this season, they gave some criticism to LeBron James, who truthfully answered a reporter's question about what would the feeling be like to have somebody like Anthony Davis on the team, and he said that would be great. I mean, I thought that was obvious, but he was reprimanded for that. Regardless of the fact, Anthony Davis still wants to leave, and the Lakers are definitely still in the talks of trading people to get him. It's a little extreme for the Lakers because the option is to trade a majority of their young core. Lonzo, Ingram, and Kuzma, who have been doing the best that they can as young players. It's a lot of pressure to, first off, play on a team with LeBron James, and second off, to try to step up when he's injured, which he really never is injured. But they have definitely been able to win at least 50% of their games since he's been out, which I think is pretty great. They think things are going to change overnight and they're just going to, you know, get up one day and get a championship. I don't believe that they're going to win a championship this year, and I think that if they actually took time and had patience, they would win with their young core. Obviously, it would be amazing to have Anthony Davis on the team, but I don't think at the cost of trading their entire young core. I think they should maybe give up a draft pick or something of that sort, not give up those 3 players altogether. They maybe 1 or 2, but not all of them. They have already made a home there, and they have definitely provided leadership there. Celtics and the Knicks in the trade conversation. The Knicks can offer Porzingis, and they can also offer draft options. The Knicks are probably on the lower side of getting Anthony Davis because they have a little less to offer, and Porzingis is hurt. He is coming back. He has been a great player, but that is a little more of a risk that the Pelicans may not want to take. Then you have the Celtics, who have a load of talent that they can give away and not be so hurt. I think it's definitely a different situation than the Lakers. The Celtics have Jason Tatum, they have Hayward, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown. They have all these players, and obviously they have Kyrie Irving, who they could trade in this time period if they wanted to get Anthony Davis immediately, but I don't really think that's something that they want to do. The Lakers are obviously going to throw as much as possible into the bag to get him, but like I said, I do not think it is worth giving up their entire young core. So we will figure out later this week if Anthony Davis will have to wait it out till 2020 or if somebody's offer is going to be big enough to move him immediately. Jumping into my last topic, topic number 3. Baylor, Sick'em Bears. The Baylor Women's Basketball team is #1 in the AP polls for the first time since 2013. And if you don't know anything about Baylor, and I hope I have some of my alumni watching right now, 2013 was the year of Brittany Griner and Odyssey Sims, who were definitely some of the best players in the NCAA throughout that time period. They are now in the WNBA, playing on championship-led teams, have rings of their own, plus the rings that they got at Baylor. It's definitely amazing to see them in the #1 spot. Kim Mulkey is not completely excited about them being #1. She doesn't think that, you know, that's all it is, which it's not, but it definitely foreshadows something ahead. In 2013, they went to the Final Four, and they have not seen the Final Four since. Being #1 is an advantage. And then they have players like Kalani Brown and Lauren Cox, who are respectively 6'7" and 6'5". You don't see that a lot. Together, they're combining for 27.7 points. They're averaging that, as well as over 13 rebounds a game. That is domination under the basket. That is strength, that is power. When you have such large, powerful women who are into their game and they know what to do to get a basket, point guard who can rely on them to just get a pass, or a shooting guard or whatever to open up the floor. Once you have big people down low who know what they're doing, that changes the whole energy on a basketball court. They rightfully deserve #1, and they also rightfully deserve to get another championship. It's been a very long time, and it would be amazing to see them back where they need to be. Recently, Kim Mulkey was candidate for one of the best coaches of all time, the Hall of Fame for coaches, and rightfully she should definitely win it. Hopefully she can get that and a championship this year. If they win, which I'm sure they will win, the Big 12 championship again, it will be the 9th consecutive time. I am excited. I will definitely be keeping up with them again. Sick 'em Bears. And that's all I have for today, guys. Thank you for checking in, for being patient with me and coming back time and time again. Consistency is key in 2019, so check back here in 2 weeks. There will be another episode of Sports Plus Passion, I promise you. And next week, there will be a new episode of West Coast Mix and Bounce. So head over to sportsaldente.com, like the Italian word, and make sure you subscribe. Go on iTunes, go on Spotify, set your alerts, whatever you need to do. And I will catch you again soon. Thank you, guys.